Hello, second time doing a recording because my mic wasn't on. As we start streaming, we went live. I've updated everything. Yeah, this is the rare Saturday stream. Hold on, let me just put some like chapstick on my chap lips. Yeah, rare Saturday stream because I'm not going to be here probably during streaming hours on Sunday. So we're streaming instead today. There is no more to that story. That's it. That's basically it. But this stream at least will be a double drawing stream. Hold on, streaming feed. Let's see today's itinerary. As you can see, we're playing the Pedestrian as our new stream game, and then drawing ×2. Because if you didn't check out last stream, totally fine. We played a great game called Dutch Detective, which went on for about 2.5 hours. It was a bit too long to fit an actual drawing section in. So this week we're going to be doing double drawing instead to make up for it. So I actually have a thumbnail for this stream, and we can actually finish a thumbnail art in time. But on that note, I haven't actually launched with Pedestrian yet. So I haven't actually got that part set up. So almost everything's set up except for that. But yeah. I don't think I have anything else to say about that. Just sort of, we're chilling, relaxing. I feel like, you know, I definitely felt like I didn't have a greater sleep last night compared to before. At least I'm a bit tired. I think it's not because like I slept for actually a normal amount of time. I think I actually slept for longer than I normally do. But it was more like I think I woke up in the middle of a sleep cycle, and I just like threw everything weirdly off a little bit. But Skookamarts, it's an interesting name. I thought maybe I'm coming, you know, maybe the weather's getting colder. Well, this is like a really cool like intro thing for their company logo. Is all I can say. If only you could see it right now, because I want to change this to. This is incredible. There's like a whole solar system going on. There's like a little spark which is racing towards the sun. I don't think this has any relevance to the game itself. Maybe? If it does, then okay, maybe this is a time to actually. Oh, it actually does have relevance to the game. Okay, so how do I settings? Volume. Hold on. Turn off chill hop. Put the music back. Turn everything up. Hello, Fox Macro. That's a really cute icon. A little emoji or something. I don't know why I said icon. What's that? How do I minimal interface? New game. No, I want to graphics. I want to have windowed mode. Oh, that's tiny. Why is it? I can only make it that small if it's tiny. This seems silly. Okay, well, I guess it has to be a full screen game then. You won this time. Alright. Let me see if I can. Where's Dutch Detective? This is Dutch Detective. Okay, we're now capturing Pedestrian. Rename the Pedestrian. We're doing it live because time zone change for everyone or summertime. Oh, do time zones change? How do I stream? Hello, Cyborg. Let me see. Okay, is that working? That looks like it's working. Okay, let me quit the game so you can actually see the really cool intro. Hopefully, sorry, this is getting a longer setup than I imagined, but you know we're here for it. Is it loading properly? The Pedestrian. Yeah, has the time zone changed? I can't remember. They're changing soon, at least in the UK. I suppose it depends where you live, where they trying to change over, but I hope it plays a cool intro again, so you get to actually experience it. But daylight savings, like, I feel like a lot of people hate on daylight savings, but you know, but when it does its job, it's, you know, pretty decent. Being able to actually like have reasonable sort of sunlight hours. This is of course coming from, I'm sure, a very sort of British mind of view, because that's like probably the only country where I've really experienced daylight savings in. I'm trying to think, have I ever been in another country where daylight savings has come into place? Okay, how do I... Oh, I'm not on the screen. Okay. No, WASD. There we go. Good old WASD movement. What do you have this one? Fill it in. Wear a nice dress. What is going on? So anyway, the Pedestrian, if you don't know, I think it's like a sort of very low-key puzzle game with... I'm not sure if it's got platform elements, but I think it's got like these sort of blocks you can drag around or something, right? This is very cool aesthetically. F. Whoa. Yeah, so this is it. Like, you make the connections between these sort of panels on the place. I wonder if I should be playing with a controller. This does look like a controller. Well, no, because you had to draw the connections. Okay, we'll stay in mouse. I guess that means we can't go back. No, it means we can go backwards. Anyway, like, I remember seeing this game ages ago, and I was like, this is a really cool aesthetic. Just sort of like you go around the environment, but you play within the sort of like little windows to actual levels. I'm kind of here for it. Like, I've got to imagine this game has a lot of sort of like narrative storytelling in like what's going on outside these sort of panels. The Pedestrian title drop. I just hope I pay enough attention to it. Where are we? This is a puzzle. What's up, F? Where are we trying to go here? Can't we just do this? Oh. I see. So if it's on the same side, we can't really connect them together like this. Oh, I see. It has to connect with semicircles like this. That makes sense. I don't know what that, like, restart... I assume that's a restart button on the top left. I don't really know how we... Wait, hold on. Do you think this is like a witness game where you can interact with things in the environment? I say witness game, but any game which has environmental puzzles not necessarily tied to what we have. With ladders, though. Without this glitching out, though, is a bit spooky. Ooh, what's this down here? Secret puzzle? No, I guess this is a person who's actually creating all the puzzles, huh? Anyway, what's going on here? You know, we're just tutorializing at the moment. Nothing too crazy. We don't need to lock in too yet. Lock in too yet. That's not how you speak. Locking yet. We just sort of gotta enjoy the vibe as we go across. I like the inverted colours on that one. One thing though, I've noticed, there are no other, like, people in this factory. Is this a fully autonomous factory? Is this a dystopian future? I don't know. So I guess closed doors are always locked doors? This is a huge key as well. Wear it as a backpack. Where are we? Oh, sorry, I had to keep... It's a bit weird because, like, in those transition screens, you still have to keep holding the button. But, you don't necessarily know. Wait, hold on a minute. This is an interesting question. Can we, like, change it, like, in media resu or whatever it's called? Like, can I do this and then move this over here? I guess I could have just done this, huh? Oh, I see. I think it must be once that connection's made, we can't, and we use it, we can't undo it. Right. Okay, we're figuring out the mechanics. We're seeing how it goes. We're picking up what they're putting down. But yeah, this game is like a super old game, isn't it? Oh, so this restart is not a button. Must be like, this is where you start again. Should you break everything. It really, if anything, is kind of like a big sort of... Oh, that's way too high up. Okay. It's like a big old jigsaw. So, hold on. Let's break it. It respawns us there. I see. So if anything, we gotta go here to go down into here and then cross across there. Ah. Oh no, we can have cross wires. Okay. It's introduced the first little wrinkle into our puzzle solving experience. But we actually got to we got to think a little bit. You know, we can't just put obvious shapes next to each other. You got to be mindful. You got to be aware. You got to know what's up and what's going on. I don't know if anyone else is paying attention to the environment around, or what this factory is making. I hope I didn't miss that law already. I wonder if you can die in this game. Hold on, this was science. Oh, this is a piston. This is not a... This is not a... I thought this was like an elevator thing with a... I was going to say carriage in the middle, but it's not really what you call an elevator thing, is it? I see. 4 damage? No 4 damage. What is going on? No, I missed it. You missed your window. You had to wait for the next cycle. The speedrun dreams are dead. Oh, this is a cool way of doing like storytelling. Oh, that's even cooler. It shows you which is powered by which one. We got Butts, Blog, Enterprises. No, but like we're using a reflection of an off TV screen to see what's where we're like sitting. That's a cool idea. That's a very cool idea. I guess this place must be creating like signs or something. Like I don't know what else it would do. It's got very like nice animations. So levers are on and off all the time, but buttons activate once. I see. Right, okay. So I think we probably want it the other way around then. Because this thing, we only need to be activated once, right? Oh, wait, no, we don't get a choice. It's a button which turns this on. Right. We still want it this way round, though. We just want to turn this one on first, right? I keep pressing a F button to try and interact with it. That's not how things work, though. No, I missed a cycle. Alright, alright. A little bit of tutorialization. We're learning more about mechanics. We're seeing how things are being put down. Oh, this is that a saw blade? Oh no. What? Oh, I can press up. Okay, that's probably the obvious answer, huh? Let's go up or down. Okay, so we control these with our own movement in here. We're going. We're hustling. Sign making factory. Tiny starting place. Where are we going? We're going here. This is what... Oh, so we probably want to be one of these 2 down ladders. Presumably it's like this. Something like this. I'm kind of like more or less doing this without thinking necessarily if this is the right answer. It just kind of looks aesthetically the nicest. Oh my gosh, every single time I press the wrong button. And if aesthetics is what carries us through a puzzle game, then aesthetics is what carries us through a puzzle game. Big factory, by the way. Right, so we're ending up here. So we had to end up by going up a ladder. That's interesting. Do we have to use every part? I assume these are designed in such a way that we have to use every part. I think probably what we do is we connect this up here. No, we can't, because we need to press that button first. We connect this to this, we go down to that place, hit the button, which opens up this. But I mean, this forces that to be the exit. We grab a key here first, I suppose. Go through, and then go through like that. Go through like that. Okay. A bit of a confusing way I think I set this all up, but hopefully you can see what's going on. Or at least... Oh. Just slightly too close together, huh? I keep pressing the wrong button. Every time. More reflections of a TV screen. But yeah, I ended up choosing this game because it was like, I want a shorter-ish game to play through on the stream. And this one's about 4 hours, so it's Hypo's Liquid Sound. So it should be one which is like, can carry over a decent amount into things. I knew I'd find out here in the warehouse. I should take better care of these pieces. Oh, okay. So now we have the reason for us to be in this game is we're going around collecting batteries. Can we collect these? That'd be so cool. Okay, similar sort of thing. We open the doors. Excuse me, just drinking some water. Stay hydrated, everyone. Is this automatically connected? How do I know if it's automatically connected or not, I suppose? Like actually going down an elevator, this one. I see. It's very clever to have this sort of... It's sort of like a turducken sort of game, isn't it? Or more like a turduck, because I guess it's just a game within a game. Well, I don't know if game in a game... How would you describe this sort of game? It's conceptually having one thing in another, you know? Which you can use for environmental storytelling. Oh, interesting. You can actually see there's a ladder that used to be here, but no longer exists. Presumably the laser erased it from existence. Cockroach. Ooh, a trampoline. It seems like a rather big level. Okay. Where are we going? Here. I guess we need this cube. Well, this is the only ladder, so this is the only way we can actually go up. I'm thinking we want to do this. I don't know how we turn off his laser though. Unless when we put it on the back we can like turn around so it doesn't affect us. We can at least give it a shot. Nope. Oh, we don't need to fall down the laser as well. We just need to push it down. And then we come back a different way to grab it. That makes sense. Gotta be more forward thinking, me. But we can go over here. Now we can grab it. Excuse me. Pull it through. I don't know if we can... No, okay, we can't pull it through these platforms. I hope it can go in the spring. Otherwise I don't know how else we're going to put it upwards, but... It does not look like it can go on the spring. Oh. We didn't have to do it this way around, did we? Can we undo this? Oh, it resets everything. So this entire thing is basically crossed wires. I guess once we use it, it has to reset it, otherwise, because it doesn't know necessarily which way round we went to each place. Whoa, where am I going? Well, I guess we didn't have to cross over this thing. Now I think about it, we could have kept it as is. We just go to the top door first. I don't really think about that. That actually probably makes things way easier as well, but whatever. Something which can be done either which way is fine, as long as we can get the puzzle done at the end. This block is like a slippy ice cube, so... It's all a red herring. I mean, I can't believe it would be like this. Try and trick me. There's a high pressure gauge as well. What's that? A spool? What? Oh. They're introducing a lot of mechanics like in this short little while. We're really sort of kicking up the... Oh. Kicking up the... What? The number of mechanics that are for things. Oh, I get it now. And then we do this, and then we collect it. Good to also know that the key can block lasers. I'm not sure how relevant that will be, but... Still. Is that another battery I spy? I wonder if we'll be able to do this in 1 hour. That'd be genuinely crazy. Which world do we want to go to? Let's go to a vaguely new one. This sort of like connecting wires one. Oh, okay, it's quite big. Hello, and yes, surprise Saturday stream. For I will be busy on Sunday. So, oh, I see. Oh, this is us collecting the actual tool we need. Yeah, because I'll be busy on Sunday, so that's why we're doing this today instead. Right, so what do we need to do? What do we need this cube for, actually? We probably need it here to actually jump up on this, is my guess. This is the only up... No, that's the up ladder. This is probably the up ladder we need for the exit, is my guess. Which would force this connection. So we come up here, put it through the door. To do what? We need the key as well. I don't know if this can be right. Hold on. Because ultimately, I mean, we might as well just sort of test this real quickly. I don't think we can actually... Oh no, it looks like we totally can. What do we need this cube for then? Oh, do we need... Oh, we need it to come back. I see. Because I don't think we can make that jump on its own. Right. The cube's not for this part. I turned it into an impossible puzzle in my own mind. But now we've got our item. I wonder if you can leave without actually grabbing the item. So I guess let's plug it in. Well, okay, I guess we need to get the cube first, because we can't actually reach out high. Oh, you're an info sign. People are going to be so confused. It's true. It's going to be a very bewildering experience trying to follow what's going on here. Oh, I can't move this one. Okay. Well, I mean, it only really makes sense to do something like this, right? Well, that's not necessarily true, I suppose. Right, where are we trying to go? Where's the exit? Here's the exit. This is a cube. We need the key through here. This is more like a transitory thing. So we need to press a button to block this. Right, so we surely come in through here, come in through there. We're going to get immediately lasered. So we press a button, so this will come up. We go through here, we jump over, turn it off. come back down here, grab a thing. What do we need this for? Then go over here and we're done. I don't know what the point of this ladder is, but maybe I'm overthinking this. Oh, it doesn't reach. Right. Okay, reset me. Let me think about this again. In that case, no, but we can't bring the cube back up. Hold on a second. What's the point of this button? So we need to get. How do we can't ever turn the laser off? Do we even need to turn the laser off? I feel like we do because we don't have enough doors otherwise. Yeah, I think we don't have enough doors unless we turn the laser off. Like, we know one of these ladders must be here, one of these ladders must be here. It actually doesn't matter which way around this is. We could go here. I assume this must be the start. So we go through here, turn the button. Or maybe, no, we grab a key first, then turn the button. Oh, the key blocks, I forgot. Key part of information, which I mentioned once ages ago, is that the key can block lasers. So we put the key on here to block the laser. I hope it doesn't get crashed. This world doesn't have many doors, that boy. So true, bestie. But we go down here, then we turn off laser, and then we grab our key and skedaddle. There we go. Yeah, very, really strong key, to be honest. Who knows where it gets the willpower to be able to stop a laser, despite its tiny stature. Okay, so we plugged it in. Now well, I don't know what this other sign means, to be honest. This one, it says this is a mystery we've not run into before. It looks like a data chip, I guess, but wow. Okay, so this is just a maze. So we need to fall into this one. Oh wow. Okay. So we need to climb down into this one, which is only doable from this or this. So these two are the same. These two are also the same. So we could do this. We climb up into this one. No, we want to... One of these has to be the ending one. This is the only one we can climb up into. And this other climb up one has to lead to this one, right? Because there's no other way that these could conceivably combine. We have to go like this. And this has to be the starting move. So we do that, we climb up into this one. Climb up into this one. We go left to one of these. Fall down, grab the chip. Here we go. Grab the chip. Cross across there, fall down, up there, into there. Okay. I think this should work. I'm going to have no recollection of what goes into what piece, but I'm just trusting we can walk in a straight line, follow through what I've done, and be like, yeah, that's it. I wonder how they program this game to have it like so seamlessly, like camera pan to each of the different pieces, wherever we can put it around. Skedaddling. I don't know what we need this for. I guess we put it in here. Right, we can't put it in that one. Okay. No, not that one. Oh wait, maybe we can. Ooh. We can choose where to put it. I'm gonna just put it here. For now. Did you start in a sign? We did start in it. Well, we started on a schematic actually, I guess. Like a sketched piece. I shouldn't have come down here. I almost couldn't find my way out. But people who wrote these achievements write things like how I write. What does that say? A quadrant. Write their achievements like I write my the stream titles. Brockhook, Kevin Port, Mishiro. I bet these are people who are to be shouted out for helping work on this game or something. But yeah, we started as like an engineering schematic, and then I can't remember what the transition was from the schematic to the sign, but still. Kalina Anna, what does this say? Expos? It looks like a. I don't know, maybe that's an S. I don't know, I can't read it. Hiro. Obsidian? I bet that's a game by the same company. Gillian Kinney, Meat Grinder Gym. Hypo's Liquid Sound. That's something we've seen on Factory. 199. I right there. I bet that's an Easter egg. 199. Oh no, that's just the next level. Okay. No, I went too far. Enter. Power convert. Lorem ipsum. We're going to have coiler, more stuff. Very scientific. As we pull into the next station, the 199 station. Next chapter. The blue chapter. Okay. So, why are there so many TVs about the place? Look at those bunny hops. Cockroach. We're in the real world, and there are people. A forgotten street sign. Hypno's something something. What happened to the other? How do I... What? Like, do I put it here? No? This is cool though, like playing around with silhouettes or something. No, that'd be cool though. I hope you wander into a comic. That'd be cool. I can't believe the answer isn't to do something like this. What do you want me to do with this game? What? I thought I tried this. Huh? I thought I did that. I need to get back so I can write this down. Oh, the places we could go with this. Like, if I made a game, this is almost exactly how I'd write the achievements, I'm pretty sure. Interestingly, that this one doesn't actually, make you reset when you move them around after it's not finished. Now, it's an interesting sort of mind-breaking mechanic, huh? So when you had to think about exactly where and how you put things. Oh, I like this little pig thing on top here. Presumably we always want to do Oh, we can't move these. We can do this. We can go up here. This is lever up, jump, jump, jump. I think that's the best we can do. This game's got a bit of coyote time in it. It allows us to fall through the platform and over. Oh, okay, hold on. Almost didn't notice that spring there. He's got a bit of coyote time. You can fall. You can like fall through the platform and jump up. Like, woo! Look at that. Nice, cute pig. Probably reference to something. That's probably reference to something. A lot of these are probably references to things, huh? We also keep passing by levels which we can't interact with anything on the inside part yet. Hold on a minute. That's it, we're already back above ground. It's another... Hold on a minute, what's going on down there? You can see this, right? There's a like a washed out remnant of a ladder down there. Yeah, a notebook down there as well. Maybe we come back to it. I don't know. Right, box key or thing. Let's get box first. Someone's abandoned notebook. Okay. Okay. I see. New mechanic again. I like this music the best so far as well. We can see the final level that we have as well in the background. And each of these springs of increasing elasticity. Although no indication for us to see what it is. That's a cool one, a chalkboard for like a cafe. Right, where are we going? We're going here. So we need to press a button to call the elevator up. This is how we exit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Key. I see. We have to surely connect to this one. This is... I guess we could connect to this one. This is my fault. We jump in here, go through here. This connects us to here. We can go up and down, we can grab a key, come out again. We connect to this to allow us to flip sides. We need to make sure we grab this key at some point and do that. I don't know if this makes sense, but we'll find out. No, this can't work, right? We need to come in through this door a different way. Because we need to come in through this door first to flick this thing on. Wait, why do we need to do that? Yeah, wait, we do. So I guess this doesn't have to be like that. This doesn't have to be like that. We can come down here, flick this on, come back through, jump down. Now we can hop on over. Press that button, call it up. Okay, there we go. I think that's probably right. Oh. I didn't expect you to go up to the top. It's not really how... What? Okay. Well, that's no longer doable, because that goes up to the top immediately. So I guess we need to connect to this one first. Right? And I think that works now. It's a bit hard to keep everything in your mind at the same time with this game. I don't mean that in a bad way. That is, of course, just an observation. It's by the nature of it. Who's this guy in the background? Hold on, you see him? Who's that guy? Do you think that's the person who created this game? Is that a person on the right? No, it's a digger on the right. But I don't think we can see the person on it either. I don't even remember what this laser does, but... Sorry, what that lever does, but I assume it's useful. We just have to trust our past self. Oh, it's this one, of course. I do in fact trust my past self. Run down here. Grab the box. Gaze at the amazing portrait of whoever that is. And take our cube back. Through the signs. Bets. Road construction going on. Twist & Co. Nice. So what's this? This goes back to the Game Boy. I guess we need to grab... Oh, we need to grab a lot of things. A key, a spool, and what looks to be a void. Oh, signs. Another cute pig. Those look like Twitch modes, is what I'd say. GD. Looks like a logo of someone. Ooh, this is cool. One there, like with traffic signs. Another cafe one. Can we do that? We can. The fact that works is crazy. That is insane. That is the solution. I have raccoons and bunnies currently. Well, we've got to get some pigs in here, I guess. Oh, these are fixed. Wow, okay. Well, no point going here first. Seems like we should go here, grab the key. Come back through, drop down here, go up, elevator, button. Cause this elevator down. So we can go up here. Why do we need another key? Oh, this is probably the final key we need. Sorry, go up here, go there, call elevator, probably here, push this through, push there, yeah. Push this through, cube, push down, go over here, grab, go across, end, done. Nope. Immediately wrong. I was gonna say that, like, but it's like when you know, chess pros go like pre-move here, and then we like map out 30 moves ahead and go like, oh, that's the most optimal move. It's like I did that, except for I got the first step wrong. But it's pretty close. Give yourself some en passant. Give myself some credit. That bunny also has very, very big eyes. Can I just say? Scarily big, almost. Ah, so the blocks must be like this sort of frictionless thing, because I bet otherwise people would do what I would have done there and pull the block off a platform, and then the block wouldn't come off because we'd let go and we'd fall off a platform first. I bet that's why. Huge, the largest size I've ever seen. Okay. Might as well use this. Unlock that. Okay. We'll get the wire. I don't know what the saw blade is for. More road signs. Push this through. Can we push a bottom one? We can. I like the gravity on the sign as we sort of like came off it. It's Jerry, the best boy. Who's Jerry? Vitus Vanus. Interesting in this, interesting how in this world it's not so much about putting the platforms together, it's more about sort of platforming in general. Sorry, not about putting the signs together. I want to breed in these rapids. Oh, okay. What are we doing here? Is this fixed? This is fixed. It's a Mona Lisa. Who is that in the Mona Lisa? Am I crazy, or does that look a little bit like Elon Musk? There's no way, that doesn't make sense though. Okay, what are we doing? I think you're crazy. Are you okay, love? I think it kind of looks like... It's like a long, stretched out face of him. What do we need to do here? We need the cube here to grab this key, I assume. The only way we can get to this is by walking in like that. So I guess we had... I mean, I guess that's what we have to do. I'm not sure why they put a saw blade in, but... Oh, is this one directional? It's a one-directional portal, I see. Right. Well... Maybe that's what the saw blade's there for. But this only has this as a connector. So I guess we got to get the key first. No, but how do we get the key first if we... Because I don't think we can make that jump. No. I'm not even sure we can make it with a platform. So I guess we've got to teleport to get the key, and then teleport in to get the block. I forgot the power of a teleport is the fact that you can actually reuse it multiple times and it doesn't break everything. Gots to remember. What does the save button even do? Oh, turn on the spring, I see. Oh no, turn off the spring. I see. Oh, it turned it on temporarily. I'm losing my mind, I don't know what's going on, clearly. Okay, whoa, my cube. That's not a cube. My coil. I think we actually might be able to finish this next world before our hour's up and we're into a little bit of drawing. Is that Max Fury poster at the back? What is that? It's like a cyber, like a Tron Max Fury or something. Okay, so the only thing we have left to do, we're 12 minutes to do so. What is a saw blade? And what does it mean? Wow, this seems like a quite difficult level. Oh, I see. These can't move out. Right, so this has to connect to that. There's no question about it. We need a key. So we could drop down into here. Key. Fall down. No, but then we'd be stuck. Fall down into here, drop the key. Grab the key. No, fall down into here. What? Because we can't go backwards out through a portal, right? We can only go through a portal into another sign. Oh. Fall down into here, teleport, get key. Fall down into here, teleport again. Surely just back into here. Or am I losing my mind? I don't think we need half the others. Oh, because it's on the other side. I see. So we teleport into here. This connects there, that connects there. Hold on. This needs a bit of finicky movement. There we go. 12 minutes? We don't need 12 minutes. But what is this for? Oh, this is probably the thing we're actually trying to collect, huh? And now we can actually go in here and pop it in. A coil. It's a very interesting Game Boy we got here. All the pieces sort of being put together. 10 minutes? I think we could probably make it through the next interlude. Into the next area. I think there must be secrets in this game I'm missing, but... who knows? Like, how do we get to the left there? Can we push this button and race it? Doesn't look like it. But there must be some way to get to the left. Must be a secret or Easter egg. Before we do this, we have 10 minutes. Let's try and figure out this Easter egg. It feels like there must be something we can do, right? Oh, I thought that would work. I thought if I pushed a button, I like could queue up a command. Oh. That doesn't seem fast enough. It feels like that's almost possible. Oh, if a button just stays on a bit longer. No! I don't know if that's possible. I think there must be another mechanic at play here or something, which I don't know about. But what could it be? It's so just like tantalizingly close to being something, but... I wonder if I could bring something over here which would help me. Or maybe it's like a New Game Plus thing. Do you think it's like you go backwards through all the levels after you're done? And then, like with a new power or something, and everything looks super clear. I don't know what else I could do. Push a button? No? Alright. Let's just make it to the next area, then we'll save our progress. And we'll do a bit of double drawing. I don't know why the music stopped as well. It seems a bit uncanny. Is that what the next thing we're getting? Lorem ipsum. Jex vivap. My mind's turning. My mind's now incredibly curious about the things we couldn't see. On that note, I think that's enough pedestrian. The start next chapter, I think, is probably a good place to stop it. I don't wanna overdo it. You know, we've got many streams left to come. Save and quit. We can see what that entails next time. As we take a little break. Ah, so loud. Take a little break. We'll get onto a bit of drawing in about 5 minutes or so. Get some September thumbnail art going. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Alright, alright, alright. Let's get to some drawing. Back in action. Where is my pen? Here is my pen. Hello. Why have I... What's going on with this drawing? I'm looking at proportions. The proportion seems very strange, but it's also probably been a little bit of time since I've actually worked on this, so you have to forgive me. Hello, Gimme Game. Where's my mouse? I've hidden it behind my tablet for really no discernible reason. Okay, let us... What's this for? Figure. Just for figure line out, okay. Get out of here values, get out of here text. Get out of here colour. Don't need a background from now. The thing I was thinking when I was looking at this is her head seems strangely positioned, like too high up. Like her neck is too long. So true. Thank you. So let's just sort of shift it all down a little bit. And her neck's a bit wide, actually. What is this? Where all these emojis come from? Maybe I should start getting some Twitch emojis. I'm gonna be honest, like, I don't actually use the Twitch emojis. Like, what's it? BetterTwitch.tv or whatever, right? The ones which has like all the really common ones. I don't have it installed. I don't have any of it enabled. Not just on here, but I mean like in general when I look at things. So when I used to at least more regularly check out like Northern Line stream or whatever, when people go like, I can't remember what the emojis are, like Monk S or something. Like I don't actually see the Monk S, I just see people type of the literal word Monk S. DeerDarling emits? I should do that at some point. I don't know. Too many things to do. I want to finish like this. Ooh, sorry, that's a bit loud. The VTuber model first, but I haven't actually gotten around to it. But yeah. So like every time I go normal line stream, it's just like all the actual emotes are not actual emotes, they're just literally the text. Which I thought is... Oh, that's not how you do things. I thought that was just like how it worked or whatever. Oh no, that's not the case. What are you going to add to it? I want to make it like actual animated, so like when I move it moves, sort of thing. These proportions are way off. What on earth happened here? What on earth did I do here? Why is it like this? That'd be sick. It would be sick. I'd have to learn how to actually use that program first, but I do at least intend to at some point. I've been intending to for ages really, and I just haven't done it. And really, it would be a cool experience, at least to sort of like see how it works. But alas, I just need to actually do it at some point. What line art should I use? Should I use one of the sugar line arts we have? I say we, I have. Why not? I feel like we should be a bit more sketchy, shouldn't it? I like that one. Yeah, let's go with this one. Hold on, flip it. No, that does not look right. Correct mistakes of the past. That probably needs to be a little bit thinner. That needs more to the side if we're doing it like that, which I don't think we really are, so I'm not sure why I did this. What is going on? Why does this look so strange? What was past me doing? That looks like it's what's going on over here, but I didn't actually draw the scarf doing it. And again, it still looks quite long, huh? I think that's because his shoulder's not nearly high up enough for whatever his pose is. I don't mean say whatever his pose is, that sounds quite dismissive, but you, shoulder, need to like shift upwards. You've got to be like up here. Why did the clothing layer not select? What the heck? What's going on? Did I draw this on the wrong layer? I drew the wrong layer. Okay, whatever. Okay, hold on. Fix this! Can you fix me? Like I'm a refrigerator. Can you fix me? Something, see you later. Oh, is it because of this? Oh, that's why I had a clipping mask on there. This should probably be a bit thinner as well. I'm not really sure why it's like this either. It's just a bit low down. Really, it should be stretching downwards. That thing should be twisting to meet this or something, right? This should probably be dropped as well. Sort of like lower it down a bit, you know? Make it a bit more casual. And I think the final thing is this head needs to be more to hand as well? Maybe not hand as well. A bit shifted over. I do think this head looks quite big up here, but let's bring it down a little bit. That's possible. Let's just shift her entirely across. Okay. We're fixing it bit by bit, you know, sometimes past mistakes. Some you live with, some you fix. That's okay. Okay-ish. Let's not use a blend tool. Let's not use a liquify tool, perhaps, to draw what's going on here. So it needs to carve a bit. Does that make sense? Okay, now I think the ears don't make sense. They need to like rotate more. I don't know what past me was doing, but past me was clearly not thinking straight. Okay. Is that good? Now my head looks too small again. What am I doing? What is this? Okay, you know what? Sometimes you actually just gotta like do something instead of continuously changing it forever. Okay, what is going on here? This looks like the nose. So the downside of taking multiple weeks off from actually drawing it is now I got to remember what all my sketchy lines mean. So I didn't really do much of a refined sketch in this one. or at least could have done a better job with it. We don't want the actual full-on nose, but we do want sort of shape of the nose. I'm in love with the shape of a nose. Anyway, what should we talk about today? I'm not really sure. I saw there was an interesting discussion on... I can't remember what the game is called now. But it was on Last Games. It's probably one of the top posts. But it's about a game which came out somewhat recently. It's called like Pen Squire or something like that? Jot Squire? It's something along those lines. Some sort of like bookie plus Squire like or knighty. And it had this interesting thing where it's like this game clearly has so much love and joy and stuff put into it that people want to like it more, but it's a game which sort of ruins its chances by completely how do we phrase it, like they don't trust the player. It's a game which like holds your hand the entire way through and doesn't like trust the player to come up with their own ways of figuring out how to interface with the mechanics or how to solve the puzzles. Which I thought was, kind of interesting. I was trying to think of games I played which also have fallen into that sort of trap. Because I know there was like the latest God of War, was it like Ragnarok, right? Had a huge problem with it, which people complained endlessly for. Whereas it's like the character of the game itself, I should say. I shouldn't say the character. It's not like the characters. It's very much like a game design choice. Doesn't give you like any time whatsoever to try and even think of a solution. You like look at it and then within the next 30 seconds the character's like, hey, I think we should do this to advance the story. Well, of course not exactly phrased like that, but that's how it reads, right? And it's an interesting balance. I was considering it. Like, obviously valid criticisms. I don't mean to take anything away from his criticisms as if they're like, oh, you don't know how to design games or anything like that. But it's like, it's probably quite a difficult balance to get right, isn't it? Of like, how much do we let the player know, guide the player of like how to do things, and how much is it that we give them hints, especially in a non-puzzle game, right? In a puzzle game like Babba's U, you're kind of like signing up for it. What you want from Babba's U is you want the game to give you a couple of levels to like introduce the mechanic, so you understand what the mechanic like is, and then you have like maybe a couple follow-up levels of like interesting interactions with a mechanic, which we might see here and there. But if we do a bit of a different eyebrow, like this sort of eyebrow, yeah, but once that sort of happened, it's like, okay, yeah, I understand right now I'm going to basically be on my own when I'm trying to solve the rest of these levels and how they go. It's like a sort of like a unwritten understanding, isn't it? A rule that you're signing up for a puzzle game for the joy of discovering how to actually put the pieces together, how to actually assemble things to make it work. So, I mean, with those sort of games, you could probably have a much more hands-off approach with how much you end up trying to teach a player, because the player's signed up for it. The player's like, I know this is what I'm signing up for. I know I'm playing this game because I want to be stuck and try and figure out what's going on. But neither of these games, I don't think, have puzzles as like their main element. Or maybe it does, I mean, I've completely misjudged the situation, but I gotta look up what it's called now. I can't just keep calling it Jot Squire when I don't actually remember his name. Pen Squire? Is that it? Plucky Squire, that's it. It's like, how do you judge how much information or how often you should be helping the player in a game which has not got that implicit sort of like genre what's the word, like, understanding of this is what I'm signing up for, you know? I don't know, people play God of War and be like, oh, I'm signing up for the most difficult puzzles I've ever seen. I mean, maybe people are. I've not played one of the God of War games, so perhaps that's not really for me to judge or decide, but how do you find that balance? Obviously, obvious answer, what do? You do a lot of play testing. You see what people say. You note down what people try and attempt and be like, do these attempts like line up with our expectations? Do people actually get the answer in the end? Do people feel lost? Or they don't understand why something is the answer? In which case, obviously, that's like a back to a drawing board sort of situation. But like, clearly, I mean, the creators of God of War, large studio, presumably, or somewhat large studio, at least large enough to be able to afford, you know, QA testers or beta testers, etc., to actually, what kind of colour shape am I doing here? To actually figure out like what the right balance is, but you know, they still got it like pretty wrong, and you got to kind of wonder where in the pipeline that decision to get it that wrong was sort of like solidified. I don't want to say created, because like created would be, I don't know, I guess the people who literally programmed it, but they're not the ones in charge of game design. They're not the ones who are necessarily like, oh yeah, this is how what the QA sort of came back as. They're not the level designers, right? They're the ones who literally just implemented it. Which is like the wrong place to look, I think, for, well, I'm not sure like subscribing thing. What's a word? Giving blame is the right way to think about it. But it's just like I don't know, I guess like an interesting case study. If that's how I want to put it. Like, how did it go wrong? Was it just like, oh, maybe the developers themselves were like, oh, this feels like it's going to be too hard, or maybe like the stakeholders, the people in charge, the big wigs were like, hey, we want this game to appeal to everyone, make the puzzles simpler. I don't know. Because it has to go through quite a decent amount of people, I think, before it passes into live. I don't know what happens, but who knows. The long and short of it is just like it was interesting to sort of read about it. And then people shouted out Chicory, which still has probably my favourite hint system to this day in a game, where hold on, this should be a shirt, this should not be a jumper. Oh, whatever. Where if you've not played Chicory, or if you've not seen my own playthrough of Chicory, what it does is whenever you're stuck, there are like these telephone booths around the place, which you can use to call to get a hint. And mechanically, what it basically is like the first time you call, you call your mother picks up, and then she gives you like a sort of vaguish hint to point you in the right direction. She'll be like, oh, have you considered, you know, looking at this area? Or like, oh, it seems like this character needs some help. Why don't you go try talking to them and seeing if there's anything you can do? And then like what follows on afterwards is just like, oh, what you could do afterwards is like, oh, your father wants to talk to you on the line. Do you want to talk to your father? You know how he tends to like spoil the answer for you. And what mechanically that basically is the father will then, if you can optionally choose to actually talk to the father or not. Or the father will just be like, all right, here's what you do, kiddo. You go over here, you go this, you find this, do this, etc., 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 etc. And I was like, that's like a really that's how hints should be. You know, they should be escalating hints. They shouldn't be like straight off about what's a hint. This is where what you do, what you go. You know, that kind of like ruins the joy. Some people just need a judge a nudge in the right direction, rather than like, I need a full answer spoiled. It's like, oh, I need the general premise of what I'm doing wrong enlightened to me, or I need to know if I'm like on the right track or something. Which is like, you know, fantastic. Give a soft hint to begin with, and then once it's done afterwards, once it's like, okay, you know, some people are just like, I really don't know what I'm doing, I'm completely bewildered, I'm lost. That's what you need when you need a hard hint for, you know, the one which spoils all, reveals all. How do I draw a fist? Am I still flipped? I'm still flipped. So, you know, not only props to them for doing that as putting in like a good hint system, but props to them for actually like merging it really well in the story of a game. You know, it's just a simple call to your parents, and then like your parents have two different personalities, one who likes to give you direct exact instructions so you can do what you want, and the other who is like, I'll sort of like help guide you along the way from what I think. I don't know, I just thought it was super cool. I'm not saying every game should also do that. That's a little bit unreasonable. Not every game can really fit in a hint system like that. So I think it's inevitable. Some games are just going to have less guidance than others, but it almost feels like, is it worse? Now that's an interesting like game design philosophy question. Is it worse to have a game which holds your hands too much or doesn't hold your hand enough? I guess it kind of depends on your audience, right? Like if you're creating It Takes Two, you'd rather have a game sort of hold your hand too much, because it's a game which is meant to be, you know, for not just for people who like you're meant to play it with a friend, right? And a lot of the times people might like want to play it with a friend who doesn't know video games all that well, or who's not so used to video games, doesn't understand the unwritten language, and you want it to be a good time for both. So you'd rather it hold your hand a bit too much to ensure that you both parties can get like the enjoyment out of it. But of course, if Bad Brothers U was like a game where it's like, oh, we hold your hand too much, I think it would completely ruin the experience. The joy of actually finding out how to solve a puzzle, you know? So I mean, that's my sort of like cop-out answer of like, I guess it depends. I think on the whole though, probably it's better that the game doesn't hold your hand enough in most circumstances, because in a lot of circumstances, you know, if a game itself doesn't teach you how to do it because of like community surrounding games and all that, someone online will maybe have like compiled a better guide or tutorial which you can use to do it otherwise. What I'm saying is that there can be like an external source to help you interface and understand and engage with a game in the way that you want to. But the problem is, if you do it the other way around and you hold the gamer's hand too much, then that can completely sort of like ruin the flow of the game, right? You can't take it out of the game. Well, you can, I guess, with like an update or something, but it's still inherently there, and that's something which can straight up just like ruin the experience, you know? Because that's something which is like flow interrupting, you know? Something where it's like, oh, you know, I'm in the mood, I understand what's going on, I'm trying to just find my purchase with this game, but then like if it keeps interrupting me, quite difficult to do so. Why have I given such long nails? Oh well. So yeah, I don't know, I guess it's better to be minimal rather than maximus. You know, it does like kind of, again, I hate to say it depends still, but it does depend on the game. Like I can't imagine if a game Factorio like didn't teach you half the mechanics, well not half the mechanics, but like how to even begin interfacing with mechanics. I think that's a whole different story, isn't it? Again, I've not played Factorio, so I don't really know what is or what is not suitable for it. Why do I give such sharp nails? Oh, whatever. It's a very weird like way of drawing fur out up here. Yeah, I wonder what games I've played have the best and the worst sort of like tutorial / hint systems. I guess not tutorial. I guess this is literally a hint system, isn't it? I'm talking about. I'm not sure. I can't really think of it because I don't tend to want to play the game with a hint system. I tend to want to figure it out for myself, unless it's exploration based, in which case then I'm like, I don't mind hints. So a lot of the time if there is a hint system, I don't end up using it, which is, I don't know if that's necessarily better or worse, to be honest, it just is. I'm sure a beret like this, like a painter's hat. Just do something like this. What's going on here? This is the ear, I see. How long will we be drawing for? 24 minutes? I think I spent a long time correcting mistakes of a past. They grow up so fast. Look at who you were back then. What song is this? Is that My Little Pony song? Seeds of a Past? From their Christmas Carol episode. Which is a classic sort of episode, which every TV series always does a parody of at some point. Almost inevitably. This is less beret-like and kind of more like a bard's hat or something. Maybe we can actually make it a bit round. I think that's too round. Yeah. Maybe it's fine like this. Anywho, okay. So it's like this. This doesn't really make sense. This should probably have like some sort of fold in it. This fold doesn't make sense. What on earth is going on here? This should be like reasonably straight, if anything. Okay, that seems good enough. Again, let's not get too hung up on the details. Let's just sort of go with whatever. Kind of want mine coming in a little bit. It's a bit hard to see what's going on there, but that's fine. I don't know why I've done this for a sweater vest. That seems so strange, but this is fine. Oh, for a second there I thought I was drawing on the wrong layer this entire time. I was about to have a heart attack. Okay. Another shirt. The outside is fine. The inside probably needs a few folds here and there. So we do this. This part stretches out. Go around the arm. It'll be reasonably straight. Here, more folds. So how do we do the shirt over there? We do the cuff. Like straight cuff, quite a big cuff actually as well. That's a-okay. Do it like that. Yeah, but like tutorialization's not a particularly easy part of game design to get right, isn't it? A lot of like a super reminds me of back in the day, like Neopets. We're bringing up again. Like I used to play with like my sister quite a lot, and I still have this one memory. I can't even remember what the game is, but I think it was like a snowboarding or skiing game or something. You play in Neopets, and it was like the challenge game or something for that week, where it basically means try and get a high score. That's a competition, and then it's like a competition across the site. And I remember we were playing it. Well, like I played it separately. Like I played it first earlier in the day, and then my sister played it later. Let's do another layer for this. So I think this could get real messed up real quick. And then like I was watching her play it like a bit afterwards. I was like, why are you never like using the dash button? And she was like, there's a dash button? I was like, yeah. You not read the instructions? And the answer was no, she did not read the instructions. And I don't blame her, because the instructions were literally just like a wall of text. Which is obviously not a very conducive way for most people to learn how to play a game. Some people do like that sort of wall of text, they like the instruction manual to figure out how to play a game, but I think most people are not like that. Even I don't know if I'm really like that. Well, no, I think I am like that the more I think about it. I like having this sort of instruction manual to be like, okay, I guess a better way I like to put it would be like, I want to know the capabilities of all I can do first, and then once I know that, I want to be put into an experimental playground to figure things out. You know, I'm okay with tell me all the different buttons I can press early on, tell me about the mechanics, simple mechanics, and then you can hold off on the expert mechanics, I suppose, until a bit later, but still, that's what I want. I want to know what my capabilities are straight off the bat. Don't hide them from me. But no, everyone's like that. Some people are like, introduce me to the basics, then get me in that game. Then I'll learn as I go, or something. It's a hard balance to get things right for people. This also doesn't make sense now, like this perspective. It has to come out a little bit. Which is why I'm like, it must be very difficult to get the balance right at all. But I think, you know, it's sort of better to do it the immersive way, tutorialization over the give a pop-up and list of things you can do sort of way. For one, it's a bit more sort of like, what's the word? I was gonna say diegetic. Diegetic is not the word, but you know, like it feels like it belongs more in the universe rather than something which is like, oh, okay. I'm not sure if immersion breaking is perhaps too strong, but yeah, rather than being so immersion breaking. I don't know if it's this. I have no idea what this is. Oh well. Yeah, because then, you know, you can suspend your disbelief for so much or something, but if something like a menu pops up telling you exactly how something works, it feels definitely a little bit iffy unless you can properly sort of like incorporate it into the in-game lore, mechanics of a world. Which is maybe like, oh, you know, I found an instruction booklet, I mean, you can read it like that, but then you had to write the instruction booklet like it's a in-world thing, right? Which is kind of up to you if you really want to do that. At some point I should probably learn actually how to make a game, so, you know, these game design sort of talks I give actually probably hold a bit more weight rather than just being, well, I'm not gonna say they're arbitrary guesses, but like guesses from only one perspective, you know? That's what I mean. I remember that was in like another like conversation I think I saw. I can't remember this one might have been on Twitter or something, but people are like, you know, obviously video game essay analysts or whatever sort of popping off recently. Video game essays, a very popular video form now on YouTube, seeing as longer videos are sort of favoured. Mainly because YouTube Shorts like makes nothing, as I understand it, financially. Well, not nothing, but you need like 100 million views or something to get like a reasonable price of it. And really, it's a lot better just to sort of like make it longer and stick a load of adverts in. Actually, the best way is to get sponsorship, isn't it? But that's where the big bucks are. Anyway, not the point. I don't know what I was going with this. Oh yeah, people were discussing that like these video game analysts and essayists are like really popular, but a lot of them haven't actually like made a game, so you know it's a bit, I'm not sure pointless is the right word, but it's a bit sort of like to take their word as much of a gospel. Not that you should really be taking random YouTubers' words as gospel, to be honest, but certainly take her words as advice to heart a little bit. Understand at least the sort of perspective things are coming from. But yeah, it's a big old question of whether what they say is analysis within games really holds much credence. Well, at least specifically to the game development side of it. If they analyse like why games are designed X, Y, Z way and what is good, what is bad, if they've not made a game before. And credit to I forgot his name, but one of those game designers actually did do that. They were just, I don't know if maybe they were motivated by it or they were just thinking about it for a long time. They're like, you know, let's make a game. I don't know if it's been released yet. I think it has. I should probably play it or something. It is a puzzle game, so you know, certainly plays into my interests. It's called like Mind Over Magnet, isn't it? And people are like, yeah, it's pretty good. Is it like best game of all time sort of thing? No, probably not, but it's still pretty good. And honestly, that's respectable. You know, that certainly gives a lot more credence to be like, oh, you know, things from a game design, development perspective. But I guess it also sort of like raises a question of, do you need to be an expert in the field you're critiquing to be a critic for it? Like, to be a valid critic for it? What have I done here? Oh, I've done loose socks. Okay, that makes way more sense. I was like, what on earth? Why have I drawn all these creases in these socks? Now, I feel like the immediate answer is, like, yes, you should be of the highest caliber level for you to be a valid critic of that art form, that, like, whatever. But also, I don't know, then you sort of got to ask the not contrapositive, but the converse statement as well. Like, if you are an expert in that field, are you necessarily a good critic in that field as well? And maybe your natural answer is, yeah, you are, but like, I don't know, I feel like part of me is a little bit more hesitant for that. To just like straight up be like, yes, you must be. Why should a knee be on this one? Hold on, what is going on? This is a lamp, and that's a lamp from here, so it should be about here-ish, probably, right? I think you should definitely be experienced in the field to have legitimate, to be considered like a legitimate critic for it, but I don't know if you have to be straight up like that big an expert. Because then that sort of, I don't know, I guess that sort of implies that there's no crossed, like, experiences or whatever between different, not media forms, but like different things to critique. There's no overlap otherwise. Like a book author would, like, doesn't that apply, if you say that you have to be an expert in the field to be a good critic, doesn't that mean someone who like critiques books is as good as the average person at critiquing like movies? I think that can't possibly be true, you know. There's a lot of sort of shared story elements, not story elements, but like literary and writing techniques which can be like widely applicable to both. Not always in each case, I'm sure, but there's a certain je ne sais quoi to it, you know, like pacing of scenes, I'm sure. Pacing of books shares some similarities, not all similarities. I'm not saying that writing a book is the same as creating and directing a movie, but it's surely got to have more overlap than nothing, right? That's just kind of my thought process. I've really drawn D so weirdly here. She doesn't look like D in my mind, but whatever. Something's off about this. There's no shape, it's incredibly weird, but I think his mouth is also a bit weirdly placed as well. harmonics off. I can't really tell what though. Oh well. I don't know if this is the expression she had initially, but it's the expression I'm giving her now. The dream works sort of smart. I think this is too far away from the rest of it. Something about this head shape doesn't look right. I think maybe it's because normally the head shape goes in and then I make it go out. But I feel like how small everything now feels. This head shape has been lost slightly. Well, I do remember when I was drawing this, I was like, I don't know how to do this perspective for this head. No, that looks even worse. Yeah, maybe I'll just embrace it. She'll just look somewhat cat-like, I suppose, for this. This also doesn't make sense. This snout needs to go out more. Yeah, whatever. Let's just embrace it, you know. Stylistic changes, they happen all the time. That's my excuse. Okay. I think we're okay here. I think I do need another line here, but I need to draw these ridges in, but I think we're good, basically. With a line up. We need to colour it. How much time we got? 20 minutes to colour? Okay. Is that fine? Is there anything I missed? No, I think we're good. I think we're good. Okay, let's get to it. No, not a single minute to waste. And then we need to do the background as well. I forgot. What is going on here? That is a wrong button. Is that right? No. Okay, that is now right. Okay, here we go. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. What's the scenario? Okay. Body line. No, not quite up. Oh! Oh, I need to charge my mouse. Right, why don't we do that since I'm not using my mouse at the moment? Ugh. Unplug it. Plug it in. Get it charging. Body color. Bring up reference D. I think the shape actually of this hat doesn't read really well like this. It doesn't read like her head. Oh well, at some point I need to practice. I have to practice drawing this sort of like perspective. It still doesn't look right. But I also don't know what it needs to look like. That's because you don't see like this chin shape, which is customary of her. Whatever. Okay, what was I talking about before? I don't remember. think I turned on caps lock somehow. Probably by hitting caps lock. That's my best guess. What was I talking about? Some game design thing. I had to like terrorization. I don't know. I don't really have much else to say about that. Just sort of interesting to think about. For those of you out there, I suppose, creating a tutorial for something. Just be mindful. Just be cautious. Just think about it. Because who knows what the best way will end up being. The sketch needs to be above here. The sketch is actually quite misaligned now, so what I've drawn doesn't happen. That's no big deal. It's no big deal. I don't remember where it's from. I think it's from like a musical or something, but one of my friends who was very much a drama kid. Not like a drama queen, drama king, drama royalty, but more like a liked theatre. Theatre kid, that's a word. It's no big deal. It does sound like something which should be from a musical. Not that I could point it out, not that I could specify which one. It just has that energy. I say this about musicals a lot, but I mean, obviously musicals have like a certain energy. Certain art forms within the same genre tend to sort of inspire off of each other, don't they? You know what I think is interesting to think about? Casting my mind back to an English module we had once in school, looking at like sort of like dialects and like speech patterns and things like that. One of the things we had to do is we had to think of like things which were like phrases or dialects or things which you say and not inspired by your family, but because like your family has always grown up saying them. So like, I guess like specific your family dialect phrases will be incorporated. I actually found it a little bit difficult to think of anything. Do I think we'll probably see some of this part here, but not much. Now you might be like, what did you end up doing for that assignment? What did you end up putting down? I think I put down a load of like Chinese phrases basically. It's like Chinese words, which is like, I mean, technically true, but not really in the spirit of things, I think. Of like, not really what the question was asking. But, I mean, I couldn't think of anything. What am I to do? Whoa, what have I just done there? But it did at least get me thinking at the same time. It's like, what sort of phrases or things or patterns do I say which end up influencing others? Because some of it is sort of just like, oh, is it actually you saying it which has influenced people to say it, or is it like a, you know, coincidentally, you know, same sort of source? You know, I mean, that's like with common slang, isn't it? Basically. Sorry, big stretch. Because some things I'm sure are more particular to me, but some things are just sort of like general, right? You know, I can't lay claim to saying things were lit. That was just like a common, excuse me, a common parlance going round. But I don't know what would be like a very exclusively common thing that I say. I'm sure it exists. I don't mean it's in a way of like a, oh, woe is me. And dark brown. Just sort of interesting to think about, I think. I'm not actually sure if you would see, but I wonder if we should, actually that's a good point. I wonder if we should have done this in the bitty line art. also did forget that I wanted to make the line art for this look sketchy rather than clean and refined. And we still can, to be honest. Through the power of additional layers. But I wanted a sketchy vibe to everything. Not sketchy as in shady sketchy, but sketchy as in literally many brushstrokes sketchy. So I've got to remember that when I can. But as the case may be, for most of those, it's a lot easier in my opinion to do it after you actually drawn the main parts of everything rather than trying to do it at the same time. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? Okay. Let's do a separate entire thing for the eye. Always the most difficult part. No, that's not true. Whoa. Hey yo, what's up? I'm kinda out of conversational things to talk about, to be honest. I need another inspiration of something to talk about. Hold on. I'm searching with data banks in my brain. What am I coming up with? Not a lot at the moment. That's okay. Sometimes drawing is in silence as well. Like silent reading time. At the start of English lessons. You might be like, what are you talking about? Well, actually, I feel like it used to be more of a thing in like lower years or something, but randomly, our English teacher brought it back for the GCSE years, which I think is cool. You know, encourage kids to read and all that. There's a lot of good books out there. Although I will say what I did, like for the entirety of that time where we had like the silent reading, I didn't like cheat the system. I didn't do anything like that. But all I remember is that I basically read the same book for so long. Ink Spell, if you ever heard of it, part of the Ink Heart trilogy, which is a good book series, by the way. It's the premise of a book is, I can't even remember her name anymore. I was gonna say Lyra, but I'm pretty sure Lyra is Golden Compass, or his Dark Materials trilogy, or whatever it's called. But there's a character whose name, maybe it's Lila, or whatever. The things that she reads in books can come to life, essentially. And it's like a trait which is possessed by her entire family or something. Because I remember like her father is an author, an author. Excuse me, that was a wrong thing to pick on. Okay. But yeah, like her father's an author. Then like at one point during his life, he accidentally read his wife into like the storybook that he was reading or something, and she got like trapped there, and then he spent like years and years trying to get her out or something, but never could. Never could. Anyway, it's a good book series. Highlight. Despite that obviously sad premise, and then I can't remember how the series starts. Is it like the daughter accidentally does it, and she does like a load of like book hopping or something into this world? At some point we do find, spoilers, we find her mother again. She's still alive. I think she's like a princess or something in the kingdom. I can't remember. It's something like that. Anyway, I basically read that for the entire time because I never actually finished it as my book. Because I only ever read like a few pages at a time, obviously. You only have like 10 minutes to read at the beginning of each lesson, so it's really not enough time to do much. Any other body stuff? I guess makeup, but okay, makeup will be down here. Let's do some clothes. Dark red is what immediately comes to mind. Autumny. For this hat, plus probably skirt, I guess. There's a bit more, that's a bit more brown than I expected, but whatever. We'll change that after, should we need to. Oh, I forgot to do this part. So do I even remember how the Inkheart trilogy goes? Inkheart, Inkspell. No, Inkheart, Ink... Wait, what was the second book called? Inkheart, Ink... I don't remember anymore. Crazy, how can I not remember it? Inkheart, Inkspell. No, Inkspell's the last one. No, Inkspell's the second one. Ink Death is the last one, isn't it? I might be losing my mind. I'm not sure. Anyway, that book series. Who's it written by? No recollection. What the heck? I didn't mean to do that, whatever that was. So I read that for the entire time during our English GCSE lessons, and I never finished it, which very much defeating a point. Not because I didn't want to, it's just like it was a big book, to be honest, and I did not read it in my spare time. So reading it for like one lesson, like 10 minutes a week, which was just not fast enough to get through it. I'm not sure if that's a final colour we'll go with, but we'll see. Let's go with a bright red. I feel like the scarf has to be a bright red. It only makes sense. Maybe we can make the socks red as well. Either that or make them white, I don't know. No, we should make them white. Okay, paint the rest of the colours. What are we going to do with this? Okay, let's put white here. What are we going to do with this? That's a fantastic question. Oh, voice in my head. Best. Over here. Pop that down. Pop that down. Sort of like an orangey colour. The thing is, I don't. You have to be very mindful of this, that it doesn't end up too similar to these actual colours, you know. I think this sort of brown is a way to go, but not quite the same colour. Bright red's an interesting idea, actually. No. I think that's... I wonder if we should switch it around. I wonder if this stuff should be the dark red. And then this should be the bright red. No! I actually think that works better. Not with these exact colours. I think this red is too bright. Turn down that saturation. Ooh. Oh, we can just merge these. Yes, okay. Red. Like a Taylor Swift album. Okay, I think it's applying here. Maybe it's like more orange. We made it more saturated. No. Definitely think less saturated is better in this case. This one I feel like the hues, yeah, that's a bit of a better hue. Ooh! I actually quite like that. Let's keep it like that, but maybe turn down the luminosity a bit. We did it enough so that it is contrasted, but not too much that it stands out too much, you know? You know what I'm saying? It does feel like we should have like a sepia filter everything. Oh, okay. Sip of water. Keep going. Oh, a few sips of water as we have a bit of a stretch. Okay, I'm actually totally fine quite quickly with these colours. We'll have a book though here as well, which we need to colour in. Or as I put apparently here, boosh. That we can use probably this white colour. I should probably make it more yellow to be honest. Make it an old book. And then we can have it be sort of a shade of brown. I think more orange and less colourful maybe. Right, I should read as musty old home. No, it's too saturated. I think that's fine. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the selection by 25. Oh, yeah, that's not going to work, huh? Well, no, it can work a little bit. We do that. Clipping mask, something like this. Have that corner go across like that. Sort of vaguely bring it in a bit more. No! It's because I selected the wrong thing. It should be this way around, shouldn't it? Then invert, delete. Nice. Lock on. Lock on. Just draw some like reddish mushrooms, eh? Mushroom, mushroom. In the undergrowth. That's not a good colour to use, it's too muddy. sketchy sky. Because I'm a sketchy guy. Get some stones in, I don't know. Okay, good. Unlock that, and here on the book we can put in like golden lettering. Something like this. Fun. F-U-N-G-U-I-D-E. Okay, so something's about here. Fun guide. If anything, I feel like this could be raised a bit. Oh, I should have done it on a separate layer. I'm a fool. Actually, I should have done it on a separate layer, because otherwise the colours are going to mix, right? Yeah, we did. Fun. Guide. Let's put some golden trims on here just to sort of make it stand out. Have the golden corners. There you go, there's a fun guide. Okay, final thing. Glasses. Or lenses, I suppose. Which we can make sort of like pinkish, reddish, yellow. Something just to sort of fit here. Okay. Like that. Oh, makeup as well, actually. I forgot about makeup. Don't worry about the line art for the moment. The line art will be covered afterwards. Turn off the sketch because I can't see anything anymore. Maybe even a bit stronger, like this, because these will be made like 40. Perfect. Oh, actually, wait, not perfect yet because I've not done the glare. So very retro to do it like this, but that colour. There you go. Oh no, makeup. I think it's red. Maybe a different shade of red. Ugh. I think we do like a combination of both as a sort of colour palette. Draw up to the edges. Make sure everything is A-okay. Fill it in. Like that. Wonderful. And then grab this slightly brighter version of this colour. Compared to this one, which is the same as the shirt colour. And have it, I think, a bit on the outside, you know, just like a... like a half and half eyeshadow colour. which is touches on the outside. Simple lips, ruby red. This can use more accurate. Everything like this. So it doesn't overwrite it. Probably a bit big. And this one would be this one. There we go. I kind of don't like lipstick. I think that's pretty good. Look into it. Do not erase that much of it. Nice. There you go. Okay, so that is sketch, and this needs to be like 30 degrees. Values should not be like that. The values now need to go beneath everything. Actually, wait. The entire sketch though now needs to go beneath everything, doesn't it? Figure background copy. What layer did I put that on? That's on a background sketch. Okay, we'll get rid of that. We could probably get rid of that text. Or at least we don't need to make it this harsh, I don't think. There we go. So that's a week 2 one. Now the week 3 one will be continuing on immediately. Also just have a bit of a stretch. It's a dear individual from YouTube. It's me. You always make art look so effortless. Oh, thank you. That's a very nice thing to say. Really, it's just, honestly, just, I wish I could say it's as effortless as it may or may not look. But a lot of it's just a lot of drawing. A lot of time spent drawing and then sort of naturally building up an instinct for things. Well, thank you. That's very kind of you. But yeah, I'm sort of like stretching my arms a bit. Make sure I don't get RSI before we just immediately dive into the background, which I think should probably be a significantly easier background. We don't have like a sky or many things to really... The only things we have, I suppose, are some things here and there to render, but it's not that crazy. But anyway, welcome to you. Interesting name. I'll call you DW Coffee. How about that? Okay. Stretch my back a bit. Left and right. Roll the shoulders. Stand up. Walk around. Don't get deep vein thrombosis, or whatever that condition's called. Okay. Let's just get some layers going here. Turn this back down to like a 30. I'm still not sure how I'm gonna do the underlying leaf sort of drop background, Kingdom Hearts dream drop distance. Again, I've not played, I've not played any of the Kingdom Hearts games, to be honest, despite the fact I do like Disney animations quite a lot. Despite that, I don't know. Leaf, BG. Okay, what colour are leaves? Let's start with like a nice sort of browny colour. We've got to be careful that it doesn't overshadow things too much. I think I must have a leaf. I do have a leaf brush. Okay. I guess we'll just do the leaf brush for everything. Let's turn down the opacity actually. Turn up the brush size. Can we put more colour variation in this? How do I change the settings of this again? I forget. It's somewhere in here. This button. Colour jitter. That's a bit much. Just put a bit more colour jitter. Into this. Maybe not turn down the opacity. That does not look great, I may. I also think this might be a bit too bright of a colour. I might have to just do this like naturally myself or something. Oh, well this brush could be okay maybe. If we just make it a bit denser. Okay. That's kind of something. Right, so this one's determined by this colour. Okay, I like that, I like that. Bit of a bigger particle size. Well, that's too big. Probably we want this filled up with different sort of line art colour. Ideally no line art colour actually. It's worked pretty well just to do this, to be honest. But what I want to do, okay, first thing, a bit of colour correction on this. Desaturate. Increase the luminosity. No, decrease the luminosity. Okay, perfect. Filter, blur. A little bit of a Gaussian blur on it. I don't want these like hard outlines. That's too much Gaussian blur. But something like that, I think works. And then we can have little splodges here of brighter luminosity leaves. Less spread out, more spread out, sorry. So this is like the base underlayer. And this is like a brighter layer on top. Probably not this bright. I think I'll still make it sort of a bit more washed out. Like this drawing feels like it should have like a sepia tone over it or something. Okay, so something like that. Okay, first color correction, saturation down. But it should still be this sort of bright. Do I want to change the hues a bit? Push them a bit more red, I think. Luminosity a tiny bit down. Then filter, blur, blur strong. I didn't mean to do that. Filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Which I don't really actually know the difference between the blur, the Gaussian blur and a non-Gaussian blur, I suppose. But there you go. Now it's a very simple leafy background and we didn't really have to even do much for it. Now, we can focus on the rest of the background or whatever we have going on. So, let's do tree. I guess we want things to feel quite loose, maybe watery, more watercolory. Excuse me. I guess not this brush. Just trying to find out which brush I want to use. That's an interesting one. It's gonna be too much layering. I can't be bothered. Smooth watercolor. That doesn't look like watercolor in the slightest. Oh, this is an interesting brush. That's a bit dark, huh? This is still a bit dark, I think. It's probably because I'm layering it so much. Emphasizing texture is an interesting name for this brush. That feels too blurry now. Uneven layering brush. That feels so blurry. Nah, whatever. We'll stick with a good old classic, the transparent water brush. And we'll just make everything feel sort of loose and sketchy. Because again, it doesn't... The vibe with this one was not meant to be as perfectly outlined. Things are meant to sort of be rough shaped here and there. I think a lot of this will depend on the rendering, to be honest, but that's a-okay, we can do that afterwards. Oh. Stretch. Oh my god. My back. Where's my mouse? What's going on over here? Drink some water, stay hydrated. Okay, amazing, nicely hydrated. Have a stretch. My arms. Ugh. Okay, back into it. Lock in. I'm not really sure how I want to do some of these things. Because some of these are actually foreground elements, not background elements. Now look at it. Because some of the things are meant to be on top of the foreground. Not that many things. Like the satchel is. It looks like this basket should be as well. Let's just put bags. The game that you called cornhole, we called bags. Anyone seen what I'm talking about? A little bit of play it by ear. Cornhole 1. It's actually one of the best episodes, I think. Is it my favourite episode of Play It By Ear? That's a good question. I'm not sure what my favourite episode of Play It By Ear is. Maybe Animal Style? Or whatever it's called. That's a pretty good one. Every once in a while, you gotta do things animal style. Yes, the euphemisms are not lost on me, but still. Banger song. You got Whoops Wops Widdly Wops. That's a good one as well. I need to like look at all of them. Oh, the Campfire Stories one, the season finale of season 2 is pretty good. Hey Wendella, you gotta learn about me, go. Excuse me. This song, whatever it is, comes up every time. Every time we stream, but probably because it's near the top. And things are just organised for some reason in chronological order now, and you can't shuffle through them. So I'm not exactly sure why Chill Hop made that change, but it doesn't really affect me as much. So okay, those are nice base colours. I don't want to do too much like red and stuff in the the background and foreground sort of elements, because I think that will be really distracting. But we've got to remember a focus point on D, which is almost like I kind of want to desaturate the leaves in more. Why did I do this all in one layer? I didn't think this through in the slightest. No, whatever. I think it does look a bit better, even more desaturated. Desaturated, ha 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 ha. There's no humour to be gleaned from that. Probably will borrow this gold over here to use for this clasp. Maybe even brighter than that. And again, remember, things are loose, things are sketchy. We're not too concerned with exactness. Okay, the tree, and we've got the books. Or the book, which will take this colour but make it even more desaturated and darker, probably. Probably make it more yellow, actually. That's too yellow. Needs to look old without looking. Needs to look old, but not too old. Young, but not too young. How does that song go? I don't even know what song it is. I mean, I should know what song it is. I can't, like, name it, is what I mean, off the top of my head. You're old, but not that old. Young, but you're not that young. Okay, get these indents in. Now I think about it, this book probably wants an underlayer. So you probably want the covers of the books to come out a little bit. Let's make it quite dark, I think. It's a reference book. I'll have a solid base rather than a bright one, probably. That, then we merge with it downwards. Okay. I think we'll put the text on top of it. Not a lot of text, mind you. Just turn down the sketch there. As well. Maybe let's use the line art brush. Somewhere. There you go. Books. Stretch the neck. Crack it open. Don't crack open the neck. Very bad idea. These, I looked at these ears now. These ears are incredibly uneven, but yeah, whatever. Don't look too hard. I'd say. Animals. What's your favourite animal? A bear? Okay, fox. Simple sort of orangey blob. Again, it just needs to be evocative of a fox shape. It does not need to perfectly look like a fox. Because what fox does perfectly look like a fox anyway? With quick, easy backgrounds. Dark. This needs to be a lot lighter. I cannot see through it. The box is kind of like this. Eventually it'll be dark enough to actually show up on this orange hair. Just mix it in enough. Cute fox. Give me an impression of fuzziness and fur. A bit quick. Okay, nice. Looks like a fox. Books. That's not books. I meant bags. We call them bags. Okay, sorry. Literally just made the same joke again. Not normally conducive to funny comedy, I would say, but what do I know about comedy anyway? Okay, just do that. Then this. Bring that handle. Okay. I think we're getting there. Gosh, sometimes it can be quite tiring just drawing so long straight, but here we go. Almost through. I can definitely feel myself rushing to sort of be like, ugh, get this over and done with. Not the drawing part, just drawing background sometimes is so like tiring. Because you're like, I want to draw the main thing. Because that's what I was here to draw. So I was here to shade. But instead, you've got to draw all these tiny details. Or the eye only picks up on it in the periphery rather than as a main event. And sometimes it takes an even longer time than the main event, you know. Shout out to all the background artists out there. I'm not one, but still. Still, shout out to you for you put in, which people might not always appreciate. But I certainly notice when it doesn't exist. Unsung heroes. It's a bit flashy of a colour for hedgehog. There you go. There you go. Let's get some mushrooms in as well. I remember that was a thing. Which are quite easy to do because the mushrooms will literally just be like Whoop. Maybe not, I can't. We could put some of those red toadstool looking mushrooms in as well. It's perhaps a bit bright. It's perhaps a bit dark. That. Put some mushrooms on the tree as well, to be honest. Tree. I guess it'd be more like moss now I think about it. Or lichen, whatever the difference is. It's a bit bright, maybe. Sort of like fuzziness like this, you know. Make it spotty. It's all gonna probably be blurred or something anyway. You gotta understand where to put the hard work and when to sort of chillax a bit. Okay. What else can we add? Foreground elements? We can put some fallen leaves. I think most of it's going to probably be Miranda, to be honest. But this is like very dark leaves sort of falling down. I might actually use the opaque watercolour for this. Maybe make it a bit more red. A bit darker. I think it might be hard though to convey that concept of it falling. Yeah. I remember what I was gonna do. I was gonna do like a sort of like dappled light thing. I guess we could start shading some of these things as well, to be honest. Things a bit of dimension to them. Because we'll go over with a separate shading later, won't we? But it doesn't really need that much shading, I don't think. Just sort of enough for it to give the impression of depth. Which may or may not actually exist. You know what we can do though? We can do the line art, sketchy line art. Which basically, you just take the line art brush you have, and you just sort of go over things with a sketchiness to them. I probably only do it on the outline line art. I think it might be a bit much on the inside as well, but at least the main sort of lines, you know. Go over, be loose, be wild. Although you still got to be somewhat controlled of it, otherwise it looks like too messy, doesn't it? It's really weird, like actually like properly drawing out and rendering it, and then it's like, okay, now take it back a stage and make it look sketchy again. After you spent all that time not doing so. That's just the art style. Now you might be like, I could save this for the... Actually, that's a good point, because next week, no, not next week, next month's going to be the Halloween style, and I'm almost certainly going to do this sort of style again, aren't I? Okay, you know what, fair point. Let's not do the sketchy line art thing, because I'm absolutely going to do that on the Halloween line art. We've got to think ahead. We've got to think about these sort of things here and there, you know? I'm not sure what else to do. Excuse me. Yeah, I guess we can shave the mushrooms. That'll probably be smart. Not like the mushrooms are particularly difficult, I think, to shade in, but... I say as I apparently failed to shade this one in, so what do I know, really? You just do that, really. That. Get this mushroom in like this. Like that. Shiny tops of the mushrooms. They kind of look like pearls, but whatever. The hedgehogs I think are more complicated, so I'll probably shade them when I actually do the rendering. We're still like 20 minutes ahead, but I guess I could start rendering, but I don't know what shadows I'm going to use yet. Maybe we can start doing the sort of dappled lighting. Because that's more something which will go on top afterwards. So what I'm thinking basically is, whoa. So you do this, and you get your watercolor brush, and then you sort of just erase parts of it, like here and there, to make out these sort of like light shapes. You know? You picking up what I'm putting down? But the thing is, this takes forever, so it's a bit of effort to do it. That's a nice light effect once I think it's done. I've got to make some. I keep drawing other things in rows. I've got to like erase some of these row-ish shapes and start doing different shapes around here. Make some triangles, make some crosses. It's meant to match with sort of randomness that you find in the forest canopies, you know. Sometimes it's big, sometimes it's small, and sometimes it's not even there at all. I think it probably needs to be a bit darker, everything actually. Okay. But just something which is like, oh yeah, this looks like there's something above, making these sort of shapes on the ground. You know? It's something which you can follow through. Well, the shapes cannot really subscribe much to the actual shapes of the things you're drawing. Or at least they shouldn't. Because otherwise they won't feel random enough, right? I don't know if you can hear me. I'm leaning away from my microphone quite a lot, to be honest, but I think that's pretty good. I do think, though, that the bags should be a different colour, because they do not stand out much.
Okay.
Either much darker or much lighter. Let's go with darker route. More saturated. I think that works. It's just a bit hard to see them. The mushrooms as well could also perhaps stand to be a bit more something which stand out from the background. Maybe the leaves just need more blur, to be honest. Or maybe they should just be a bit darker. Or much brighter. Whoa. Sort of golden hour. Kind of like I want to merge with a layer below, but then also, you know what I want to do? I want to change the contrast. I want to up the contrast between the two, and then I want to brighten everything up a little bit. That's why I wasn't like looking the way I wanted. I want to up the contrast even more, to be honest. It might be the way to go, to just actually darken it, and then we're still okay. Let's up the opacity. Let's erase your brush. Probably too much opacity. we're getting there. I might be tempted to cheat on the face and have most of it lit up, to be honest. Again, it's a focal point of the image, so you kind of want it to stand out a bit, don't you? At least the eyes. I think it's pretty good. I think I probably made it too dark now looking at it. Nice. Okay. I think that's basically done, to be honest. The rest of it is just rendering shadows, which I'm gonna do next time, I think. But we still have a bit of time. I think it's basically I'm just getting like, Mum's getting a bit tired from drawing. We have about like 10 minutes. What should we do? We can very quickly do some connections. How about that? Some of these daily puzzles. Game door, guess a game. Those are always good. Plug my mouse in, lest I not be able to hear anything. Okay, let's do that real quick. Get the web browser open. Looks great, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let's see, where did I put them? Connections, that's what it's called, right? Just do a little bit, real quick. Web browser. It's not capturing the right one, is it? Oh, right, because I need to start it on Sporkle. Why can't I see it? Nah, whatever. You just got done drawing? Nice. A good old drawing sesh. We love that from everyone. Ugh, big stretch. Ugh. Okay. Not too bad. I'll get to finish this off next time. We're maybe finishing off a pedestrian as well. I don't know how much is left. But let's round off this stream here, everyone. So, thank you all very much for coming, and I hope we can see each other again on the next one. So, until next time, a goodbye for now. I also like the ending is so anticlimactic to the streams, but I just need a better way to end them. Oh well. Stop streaming. Thank you all for coming. Not at. Yeah, it's quite a nice one. So chill, calm, relaxing, very smug. Alright, stop recording.